Our next comic is our house comic. He is here every week, and some people complain that he's just keeps saying the same thing every time. And I don't think that's so much on him as so much for you pathetic losers who come here every week. But he said he's got some new shit tonight. Please give it up for Connor McGrath.
All right, thank you. We have a new song for you Connor files out there. But I haven't seen a lot of you here, so I'm just going to do most of my greatest hits tonight. Do most of my greatest hits. We got a lot out of comics here, a lot of people to impress, in case I ever want to sleep on someone's couch when I'm in the big city. Talk to you later, Sam Ike. In Boston in a few weeks. My name is Connor McGrath. I have Asperger's syndrome, which is high-functioning autism. Some comedy bookers have told me, Connor, you shouldn't open with that because it makes people feel awkward. And I say, how awkward do you think it is having Asperger's syndrome? It's pretty awkward. I get asked a lot of questions about having Asperger's syndrome. A lot of dumb questions. Dumbest question I've been asked is people ask me if I have empathy or if I can feel empathy. Because they just see my cold, dead-eyed stare. Or just me wandering my eyes wandering the ceiling. They just see that and me just mindlessly reciting facts about the third season of Cheers. And they think, this person is obviously a cyborg. Or one of the Farley brothers guest starred on The Big Bang Theory, and I haven't gotten the episode yet. But we do have empathy. We do have empathy. We just process it a little bit differently. I have empathy for everybody except for people who ask shitty questions like that. A lot of people ask me if I'm a savant, if I'm a genius, if I know a lot about the Euro Rail, or Mozart and Brahms and classical composers. It's not quite like that. I know a lot about the Greater Portland Metro Bus District and the Insane Clown Posse. I have what you call low-class, high-functioning autism. That's what I have. That's my condition, my lot in life. I guess autism is cool now. As evidence, the Big Bang Theory is still going strong. On its 9th or 10th season, but I haven't really reaped the rewards yet, but I guess autism is pretty cool. A lot of people want to know more about it. A lot of people like, how do I find out more about autism? High-functioning autism and Asperger's syndrome. My favorite book about Asperger's syndrome is an Australian children's book called All Cats Have Asperger's Syndrome, which is an Australian children's book which relates people with high-functioning autism to house cats. And it's very relatable. It's like you never really know what they're thinking. They don't always make eye contact with you when you talk to them. They can do the same thing for hours and hours upon end without getting bored. And one thing that wasn't included in the book, but I would have included, it's like house cats. I find myself attracted to eccentric women who wear glasses, who like to complain about my weight problem. And won't mouth kiss me because my breath smells too much like canned fish. I am single right now, ladies. It's a huge surprise. I guess there's not a huge market for overweight, alcoholic, autistic 27-year-olds who live with their parents. But it is true. It is true. I am single right now. I am on OkCupid, ladies. Low class, high fun 88 is my username. You can look it up. So I never really know how to answer the questions. Like I identify as a straight guy, but honestly, if I had a three-way, which I probably will never have a three-way, but hypothetically, if I had a three-way, I would much rather have it with another dude and a girl than just two girls, because I would feel a lot of anxiety and pressure trying to please one woman, let alone two, with another dude there. I could take a step back. I could maybe observe, give him an enthusiastic high five. Yeah, go buddy! Just two women, I would just get too anxiety-ridden. I'm like, oh no, what if these women handcuff me? And try to steal my Garfield figurines? Just too many possibilities. If there's another dude there, I can like take a step back, drink a beer during it. It'd be cool. It'd be good. I'm not particularly good at the sex, which is probably evident by the fact that I call it the sex. I don't think George Clooney has ever referred to it as the sex. Not good at the sex. Really, most of my sexual experiences afterwards, I end up feeling disoriented, overwhelmed, and with a sense of awe. Much like I imagine how it would feel to see a rare spotted owl in person, or getting hit by a city bus. It's like the same type of feeling, just like taken aback. Just taken aback by the whole experience. That's a new one. That's my one new one. Long time. Thank you guys for coming every week. But I mean, I was talking to my friend about single ladies that we know, and he was like, you know what, Connor? You're like, when it comes to this girl, you're like the backup quarterback. You know, your mechanics are good. I think she's interested in you. You've just got a lot of rust sitting on the bench for a long time. And then my other friend was like, no, Connor, backup quarterback is awfully generous for Connor's standing on this football team. He's more like the practice squad fullback. He's on the practice squad. Once in a while at the end of the season, he comes in at the end of the game and everybody's really enthusiastic about it. It's like Rudy. When it happens every couple of years, everybody in Portland is just like, all my friends are like, yeah, finally, it's happening. Well, there we go. I think this set's going to be on YouTube later. This is my career highlight. I'm going to close. I'll do my last joke. Recently, the HBO late-night television series Real Sex celebrated its 25th anniversary, which is the 25th anniversary of HBO Real Sex, the HBO late-night documentary series Real Sex. HBO Real Sex was it resonated with me personally, the 25th anniversary of HBO late-night documentary series Real Sex. It really resonated with me personally because I was 25 years old when I actually first had real sex. It really resonated with me personally because when I first got HBO, I was really excited because I wanted to watch the HBO late-night documentary series Real Sex and learn pointers about how to sling the D and all of that and like get the ladies. And it wasn't quite like that. If you've ever seen the HBO late-night documentary series, HBO Real Sex, I believe there are some episodes on HBO Go. It's not quite like that. It explores sort of the lesser-known subcultures of sex. So I feel like, even though I didn't learn how to sling the D, I learned how to be more tolerant watching HBO Real Sex. Like, I didn't know how to pick up chicks, but I learned that some people like to wear butt plugs with horse tails. And that's fine, because whatever you do in the privacy of your own home is cool. I guess I'll end it with a moral lesson. Thank you. Good night.
One more time for Connor McGrath, everyone. Yeah. He is here every week if you didn't get enough of him tonight.